Money limiting beliefs. This particular exercise is extremely powerful because here we're going to really dive deep into a lot of our history and our past and what we've picked up along the way that no longer serves us. These are limiting beliefs and they are the root cause of your current self-sabotage. So if you see yourself overspending, not saving, not investing, and really not paying attention, not budgeting to your money, and you have a sense of fear or overwhelm, toxic relationship with money, and you're uncomfortable with the subject, these are all symptoms of an underlying limiting belief that we need to go in there and uncover, discover it, and release it and heal it so that you can move on, so that that's no longer inhibiting you from moving forward and experiencing the wealth, prosperity, abundance that is your birthright. So here we're going to dive into your money limiting beliefs. So these are limiting beliefs that you've heard maybe your parents or your family members, teachers, or people growing up in your community that you've heard even recently. So I'll give you an example. One of my limiting beliefs that I had put here when I did this exercise some time ago is, money doesn't grow on trees. So I'm sure many of us have heard of that. That's one limiting belief. Yeah, another one, and I'm reading here from my own journal here, is other people get to be wealthy, but that's not us. Or money is the root of all evil. And again, there's a interpretation and misinterpretation that goes on with these things. When you have money, it's because you're greedy. That's another limiting belief. Or it's safer not to have money, so you're not a target, right? Not a target for robbers or theft or being taken advantage of. So these are some limiting beliefs that I've picked up and I've captured when I did this exercise. Certainly there are other limiting beliefs that if you really think about it, have picked up. So these limiting beliefs are really going to affect you. For instance, money is the root of all evil. That's going to stop you from being able, for instance, to achieve a certain amount of wealth and prosperity in your business. If you're entrepreneurial, you're likely going to create some type of self-sabotage and experience victimhood of some sort, that it was this situation that affected your business when really it may have been some lack of responsibility that showed up. But ultimately it's this self-sabotage because deep in there you believe that it's the root of all evil. And I wanted to touch on the element of interpretation. That's one scripture that's found in the Bible, in the book of wisdom. But there's also many, many scriptures that show that, money is for security. That's a scripture. And also there's an illustration of 3 slaves. When a master goes off and goes on a trip, he leaves certain amount of money for each of the slaves. One of them dug it into the ground, and the 2 others actually invested it and made it grow. And when the master came back to the person that grew it double, he was so excited and happy, and he hugged him and he gave him more. To the person that grew it a little bit but still grew it, he also gave him grace and was happy for his accomplishment. But the 3rd slave that dug it in the ground, he said that he was a wicked slave, that he didn't even think of investing it and making the money grow. So he throws that slave away and he's angry because they didn't become fruitful and they didn't invest. And there's so many other scriptures in the Bible where this particular limiting belief that, quite frankly, haunts many people, is. So what gives? Well, it's all interpretation. Money is the root of all evil is not the full scripture. In fact, the full scripture says love of money is the root of all evil. Aha! So that means a distorted view of money is what is not good for us. Money in and of itself, like I said, there was a scripture that says is for security. Okay? And I'll put those scriptures in a link in the description box below, just so that you have that, especially for those of us that are Christian. That, I'll tell you, gets us every time. And that really creates this limiting belief that really wreaks a lot of havoc in our lives and inhibits our ability to give in a big way. Because the more money that we're able and wealth we're able to have, the more we can leave to our generations. In fact, there's another scripture that says that it is the responsibility of the parents to leave wealth to their children. Okay, so how can you do that without money, right? And so you really need to put these things into perspective. And oftentimes I'll get in my YouTube channel, when I bring up videos on wealth and money, I'll get a lot of hate or angry Christians that pretty much, have this particular limiting beliefs that's really affecting their ability to have a broad, realistic perspective holistically on what the scripture is actually teaching. So I wanted to spend some time and riff on that, because I think that's really important. That affects a lot of people out there. So really capture what are the limiting beliefs that you've picked up along the way. And once you're completed with that, we're going to really let those limiting beliefs go, and we're going to transcend them into enabling beliefs. And this is the fun part. So for example, if you hear someone say in the future, or if you have that written down, money doesn't grow on trees, really think about it and say, well, money does grow on trees, because you know what? It's made of paper. Right? So this is one way that you can play with it, have fun with it, but also really incorporate a new belief that's going to enable you. It's called an enabling belief. So here's another one. There's no money. I heard that a lot, growing up when we wanted things. Kids, they always pick up something in either the grocery store or the toy store, and they always want something extra. And then, there it is. There's no money. There's no money. Well, the new belief that you can write, that would be your new enabling belief, is, well, money's just energy. There's an abundance of that, right? So what do you mean there's no money? There's an abundance of energy, and money ultimately is energy. So play with that. The other limiting belief, other people get to be wealthy, but that's not us. Well, the enabling belief, the new belief could be, well, I'm a child of the Most High God. I am deserving of wealth and abundance, right? And I am God's creation, and He is wealthy and abundant. So my Father is wealthy and abundant. He's God. So therefore, as His child, I deserve to be, and I have the birthright to be wealthy and abundant, because my Father's a king. Right? My Father's a king. So that means that I am also, I have the right to be wealthy and abundant. So I want you to really start thinking about this. And I'm hoping these examples really trigger you and help you see things in a different light. So let's go here. Money is the root of all evil. That's the fourth limiting belief that we've gone through. Well, here is the new belief that's enabling that you can write. Well, I can make valuable charitable contributions with my wealth. I can't give what I don't have. So, money's not the root of all evil, because money is the root of charitable contributions. right? That's how you can turn that around. And remember, we talked about it. It's the love of money. It's the distorted view of money. And we don't have a distorted view of money because we know that money is just energy. And money is only the value we place on it. So here in this program, we're not giving money any special treatment in the sense that we're actually trying to make it into some big, great old thing. No, this program is all about, letting you see that money is just energy. Okay, it's just an exchange of value. Okay, and so that's what our focus is here. So the other limiting belief, when you have money, it's because you're greedy. Let's turn that into a new belief. Let's turn that into an enabling belief. For example, you can say, and you write here, people that have money work for it. Their money circulates, and that's why they have it. The more someone has, the more they're given. Yeah, that's a scriptural and spiritual principle, right? So, for instance, that faithful slave that his master, and this is an illustration in the Book of Wisdom, his master gave him money, he invested it, he doubled it. And so he was prized and awarded because of it. That didn't make him greedy. That made him wise. That made him resourceful. And that's why he was awarded for that. He was praised for that. So let's start really looking at our limiting beliefs in a different way so that we're able to get above these things that trigger so much self-sabotage in our life. The last limiting belief that I want to go through is, it's safer not to have money so you're not a target for robbers or thieves. Well, let's turn that into an enabling belief. Something that's going to be new for us. Well, you can say anyone can be a victim of someone else. Even poor people get stuff taken from them, not just the wealthy. So that's using reason and logic here. So in this exercise, what you are challenged to do is pick several, and here you can pick 5 limiting beliefs that you've picked up throughout the course of your life that you remember hearing, that kind of plays in the background and that plays in your subconscious mind, and that's creating all of these feelings, emotions, and behaviors that's distorting your view of money. So you're going to first write down the limiting beliefs. Secondly, you're going to write a new belief that really pokes fun at that limiting belief, and that helps you loosen these ties. It may not necessarily completely give them up, okay, but it begins to loosen them. And the more you play the new belief over the limiting belief, then it starts to disappear and dissipate and stops taking so much hold in your life. Now, the other way, and that's one way that we can loosen the stronghold of limiting beliefs, is really transposing them into new beliefs. The other strategy is in releasing these limiting beliefs is a very, very special tool. And this is an ancient forgiveness ritual that they used to do with the tribes in Hawaii. And in Hawaii, when the tribes or the families had issues amongst themselves, one way that the mediator would come in between them and help them to really appease them and help them to get past it and forgive is this special practice called ho'oponopono. Ho'oponopono. And it's about spiritual forgiveness. And it's really just about healing and really taking 100% responsibility. Now, there's 4 steps to this forgiveness stage, these stages of forgiveness. And the first is saying, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The second is, please forgive me. The third is, thank you. And the fourth is, I love you. So these are the 4 steps that you speak out. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And so the first step, when you say I'm sorry, you're essentially accepting. You're giving attention and awareness. You're bringing this limiting belief into the awareness. And a lot of times that's all you need for it to disappear. It's that shadow part of ourselves. And the shadow becomes the shadow because it's the part of ourselves that we ignore, push away, and that ultimately comes back into self-sabotage. So what we want to do is bring awareness and attention to the limiting beliefs. We already did by catching it and writing it down, but now we're going to really accept it. Accept that this is a part of ourselves. And you're going to say, well, Yvonne, wait a second. Why would I accept it? I don't want it. I want to release it and let it go. But acceptance is really accepting that it is a part of you and it's played a role somehow, some way in your life to protect you. Okay? At some point, this belief was introduced to protect you. So, and you're accepting of its existence. So you're kind of taking 100% responsibility for allowing this limiting belief to be in your life. So that's why you're saying, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And then, forgiveness is a powerful healer. It actually releases negative emotions. So there's a lot of emotions stuck in our limiting beliefs. So what we're doing with saying, please forgive me, is that you're loosening the ties. You're healing it. Okay? And you're releasing the negative emotions that are stuck within it. So forgiveness. So we're offering it, forgive, please forgive me. And then thank you. Thank you, again, is that gratitude. Thank you. And that gratitude for whatever reason or purpose it was there, to maybe there's a lesson that we needed to learn from it. Okay? And so thank you. And I love you. And why do we say I love you? We don't love that limiting belief, you might say. Well, the reality is that love is the ultimate truth. Love is the ultimate truth, right? We know that the source energy is love. Okay? Source energy is love. So that is the ultimate truth. And why is it the ultimate truth? Well, because that's the fabric of our life. Everything is energy, right? Albert Einstein says E = mc squared. All matter is energy. And so in this matter, in universe, a universe made of matter, ultimately it's energy. And so if you really think about it, that's the fabric of everything. The building blocks of everything is energy. And so if that's the case, then this one consciousness is of source, okay? And it is love. And so that one truth, this one thing that unites us all is love. And so that's why we introduce I love you, because we're bringing truth into a belief that is not true. And once you shed light, right, into it, like there is no fear in love, right? That's the scripture. There is no fear in love. So when we bring the light of love, then there's no darkness. Darkness cannot exist. So that's what we want to do. And so what I want you to do after you've written down your limiting beliefs, then transpose them into new enabling beliefs. Now the third step is you're going to introduce the Ho'oponopono exercise. For each of your limiting beliefs, you're going to point to it and you're going to say, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Okay? And this is how we're releasing and letting go of those ties of these limiting beliefs. And so don't skip through this. This is very, very powerful. And it's really going to make changes. Trust and believe that these changes are happening as you are writing this, and as you go about the courses of your day. You're going to start seeing the releasing of these strongholds as you've completed this exercise to its full. So go ahead, I'm going to give you some time to complete this exercise. And I honor you for taking this time for yourself to release, let go, and heal those limiting beliefs so that you are able to move forward into your fullest potential in your life for wealth, abundance, and prosperity.